everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my gosh, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. Feels good. Feels good. Man, am I excited for tonight's episode. You guys, you know what? I just got a message from our guest. I thought maybe this was going to be a solo run, but let's check it out and see what's going on. Okay. She had said that she fell asleep on the couch. That's okay. No worries. No worries. This is what we do here. This is what we do. We throw audibles, game time decisions. We make things work. And I haven't done a solo show in a little while since the 30 by 30. So I think that we'll dive into it. We'll dive into a little solo show and get to talking about what's happening in the background of people helping people. What's to come? What's on the horizon for people helping people? And, before we get into the episode, we do have some incredible sponsors that we are proud representatives of. And so we got to shout those guys out. Let's show them some love. So tonight's episode is sponsored by Mike Silkowski. He's your local partner in getting your message in front of the right people. Mike specializes in helping businesses right here in Southern Arizona reach their ideal customer through TV and streaming services. He's not just sponsoring this chapter 2 of People Helping People. He's building partnerships. And he doesn't succeed unless you do. If you're ready to grow your business with someone who's invested in your success, call Mike directly at 515-305-5311. Again, that's 515-305-5311. And Mike, we are such a proud representative of you and everything that you stand for. He is somebody who embodies and embraces people helping people. You know, we had a conversation, sat down, and he wanted to be involved. And I was so grateful for the fact that he wanted to be a part of what we're doing here. And, the thing is, as a business owner, I'm like, man, who can we connect people helping people to? How can we get the word out there? And the thing is about Mike, he will get you in front of the right audience if he can help you. If he can help you get on TV or streaming services, he will help you to niche down and find your audience. So if you're a business owner, give him a call. Couldn't hurt. Have a quick conversation with him. See if he can help you to find your audience. So, Mike, thanks so much for being a sponsor of the show. And, of course, as you guys know, we cannot go on without talking about T-Town Boxing. Jake Wilson over there has utilized boxing his whole life to basically help him through so many struggles. And he has found so much love and so much purpose in being a boxer over the years that he decided to open a gym and provide that same service to others. So we thank you, Jake, for being a sponsor of the show over at T-Town Boxing here in Tucson, Arizona. And he's done just that. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place here. Like I said, we're trying to get that guest on. But in any event, he's done just that. So he has a boxing gym here downtown Tucson called T-Town Boxing. And it's not just a boxing gym. You can go in there. You can do kickboxing. You can do recovery classes. You can do one-on-one sessions, whether it just be personal training or personal training that is boxing focused. So thank you so much, Jake Wilson, for being a sponsor of Chapter 2 of People Helping People over there at T-Town Boxing. And you can go to Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or reach out to BoxingTucson.com. Again, that's Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or BoxingTucson.com. We love you, Jake. All right, let's see what we got here, you guys. Let's see what we got going on. Man, there's been so much happening in the background for people helping people, for us, for our community. And I'm just so excited to bring you guys along for the journey. And, without your guys' support and tuning in and leaving comments and questions and being involved in the conversations, this wouldn't be what it is. So thank you guys so much for being a part of what we're building here. And this one's for you. But as I said, lots of things happening in the background right now. As you guys know, Chapter 2 is called The Give Back. And we are doing just that. As a type 1 diabetic myself, I wanted to give back to the type 1 diabetic community. And so we are fundraising to send a kid with type 1 diabetes to Camp ASDA, AZDA. And Camp ASDA is an incredible place that allows kids to be surrounded by other type 1 diabetics. And it is such a lonely disease. So for them to go to a place where they get community, understanding, and support by other kids that are type 1 diabetics, by the medical staff that are type 1 diabetics, by the camp counselors who are type 1 diabetics, this camp can be a life-altering event for a child. So if you would like to donate, if this is something that calls to you, I'm not asking anybody to donate, but if you would like to donate, if this is something that calls to you, there is a link below on this video where you can donate to help send a kid to Camp ASDA. Feels good. And I cannot wait till we get to the end of Chapter 2 because we have an amazing event that we have planned. This event, essentially, we have so many incredible people that have come onto the show. And after being a part of the show, wanting to be involved and figuring out how they can be involved. And we've boiled it down to us doing an auction. We are doing an auction on September 29th. We will be going live from 4 p.m. until however long it takes us. We have so many incredible people that have been on this show, and they are donating their artwork to be a part of our auction to help kids be sponsored to go to Camp ASDA. So I want to shout out the artists that have come onto the show and give them some love, because without them, I don't think that we would get anywhere near how close we're going to get to our goal of sending kids to camp. I think that we're going to send multiple kids to Camp ASDA with the lineup of artists that we have here. So I am eternally grateful. I am so excited. And, I think that this is a good time, before I read the artist names that have donated their pieces, I think that this is a good time to ask the community if you know of anybody that has done an online auction before, because I was considering doing it just like this on YouTube. Having people comment whatever the bid may be for the piece of art that we're showcasing, and then we send it off to the highest bidder. So I'm reaching out to you guys. I'm asking for a little bit of help. If you guys know of a way for people to do online auctions, and I'm doing a little bit of research in the background too, but to do online auctions, you let me know. You let me know, because this will be my first time running something like this, but all proceeds from everything sold in this auction from these world-renowned artists are going straight to sponsoring kids to go to Camp ASDA. So we're so grateful. And I see it looks as though we're being joined by our guest in the background. Give me just a moment and we'll go ahead and introduce you there. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Good deal. But let's go ahead and talk about these artists that are going to be donating. I've already got some packages. I did some live unpackaging of their art here at the house, which was incredible. And, Nick Boltman, He is, again, a world renowned artist. And he just sent me a picture yesterday of what he is donating to our cause. And it is absolutely jaw dropping. It is really, really incredible. So, Nick Boltman is going to be donating. We have Michael Carini already donated. We did a live unpackaging of his artwork and showed off what he's going to be donating. Another world renowned, incredible artist that sent us so many amazing things, and I am so, so grateful. Your boy B. Shout out to your boy B. That's our brother right there. Your boy B is sending us incredible piece as well. Tracy Ward is sending us a piece. Teresa Vanderveer is sending us a piece. Kayla Coffee Studios is going to be making a one-of-a-kind piece. So you guys do not want to miss this auction. Like I said, September 29th, we're going to be going live, 4 p.m., and it's going to be another marathon stream. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that last time that we went live on the last show of 30 live shows in 30 days, I think we were live for like 6.5 hours. I think we're going to be running that back. We're going to be doing that again. So I could not be more grateful for all of these artists stepping up, joining the cause, and helping us to sponsor a kid with type 1 diabetes to go to Camp ASDA. My hat is off to you guys. I love you guys. And I am so grateful that who you guys are a part of the People Helping People family. So thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks as though our guest has stepped into the studio. So we already got our sponsors out of the way, which is great. It's perfect timing, by the way. We got our sponsors out of the way, and we got a little bit of foreshadowing of what's to come for People Helping People. And I am so excited to have this guest on the show tonight. My Aunt Teresa Vanderveer, she's been on the show a couple of times, and she is just one of my favorite people in the whole world. I love her to death. She is one of my best friends, and she just spoke so highly of the guest that we're having on today. And if she gives that stamp, that seal of approval to someone, I say, come on, bring them on in. Let's do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome in Tina Funk.
Hi.
Hi,
Good evening. Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for coming on to the show. And you know, it was impeccable timing. I had to get through my sponsors. I had to get through a little foreshadowing anyway. So I'm glad
Okay.
you're here.
I'm glad that I'm here. It is. I appreciate the opportunity and I appreciate the invitation. This is the very first time ever that I've done anything like this,
Beautiful.
and I would have very much liked to have been a little more prepared, a little more glamorous in this moment, but I am not.
You look
Uh,
beautiful. But listen,
no.
if you want, we can run this back another time. That's totally okay. If you want to take a few deep breaths before and be well rested and be at your best, we can do that.
I'm willing to do it either way you'd like, Alex.
Okay.
I do see that I need to my phone is looking like it's in the red, and I'm gonna plug it in and make sure that we stay connected. So I'm gonna do that right now.
So
So just
so why
go
don't
ahead.
Tina, yeah, so why don't we do this? We'll just schedule it out. We'll have you back because yeah, if your phone's dying, then it'll be moving around and
Well, okay. I
yeah.
mean, that's entirely fine. I believe in professionalism and I believe in being really well prepared, and I want to do the most that I can for your organization. And so I will leave it up to you. I will take your cues, and
No, I think
yeah.
that's yeah. I want you to I want you to have the best show ever and leave feeling so excited about our conversation. And let's go ahead and reschedule then. We'll reschedule it when
Okay.
we're both fresh, ripe, and ready, and your
Mhm.
phones are charged and I've got everything set up, and maybe I'll be feeling better too because I've got Crohn's disease, and everybody knows that's been watching the show. I've been having some issues with my body too. So yeah, let's go ahead and reschedule.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
sounds good.
I appreciate that. I've had a pretty rough 24 hours because I've had a very, very sick pet
Oh,
whom I was up with all night long. And so she's doing fine now.
good,
Tegan's going to make it, but
good.
it's absolutely exhausting. So I am not at my best. And I always want to bring my A game. I always want to bring my best. I appreciate so much the opportunity to be with you, Alex, and of course, Teresa Vanderveer, who is one of my favorite people in the entire world. I mean, she's extraordinary beyond belief. Like,
Mhm.
if you don't know Teresa Vanderveer, also known as Terry, if you don't know her, you can't begin to understand what a force of nature she
Mm,
is. And not in
absolutely.
any way would I want to bring anything less than beauty to your show. And so thank you again.
Of course.
And
Yeah, and I'll let you know, I wouldn't have even known. If you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have even known, but
okay,
but I really look forward to our conversation. Just based on the brief description that I have of who you are, and my aunt just speaking so highly of you. And like you
mm,
said, my aunt is one of the most incredible people on the planet. So
she really is.
I really look forward to having you back. And
Okay,
yeah, just keep in touch too. Between now and the next show, just let me know what you got going on. If for
okay,
whatever reason things get crazy, let me know. It's okay. I have no
okay.
expectations, but I would love to sit down and chat with you.
Thank you. And I would love to be a part of that. And I'd love to. I know of you, Alex. I follow you. I'm absolutely so proud of who you are, and it would be a great honor to be like a part of this night. But thank you for your kindness and your grace and your understanding. And we will reconnect very, very soon.
I love it. Thank you, Tina.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
the cameo appearance, and I can't wait to have you back.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that was great. And that's what I love about this show. Not only is it live, but people have things going on. And that's what I've said before on this show, too. It's like I've ran solo shows multiple times. For her to even step in for a moment when she's got that many things going on, like, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to have this platform. I'm grateful to have the community that I have. And yeah, so we run it. That's what we do. But I want to talk about a few things that we have going on in the background. So we talked about the auction. The auction is going to be incredible. If you're just tuning in, we're having an auction with a bunch of incredible artists. That's September 29th. You're not going to want to miss it. And September 18th, I am going to be on the radio. I am going to be on AZPM. That's 98.1, azpm.org. 98.1 FM radio here in Tucson, Arizona. Yesterday, we went to the radio station and I had my first sit down interview, which was really interesting. So I've officially done like a podcast other than my own, where I sat down and had an at-length conversation. Shout out to Upleft State of Mind. Rizzle over there, he's really carving out his own lane. And it's so exciting because I love bouncing ideas off of him. And if I have questions, he's there to answer them. And if he has questions, I'm here to answer them. And we're really just moving as a unit. But yeah, so I jumped on his podcast. We had an incredible conversation. I uploaded that whole video on my channel, and he uploaded our whole video on his channel. So if you go to Upleft State of Mind on YouTube, you can check out It's a mental health podcast. You can check out the mental health podcast that I was on. It was really great. But I had my first radio interview, and we sat down in a studio, an actual studio. This is my dining room. So it was pretty neat. We sat down. They had a bunch of good sound dampening. They had good lighting. They had great microphones. They had a sound engineer in the other room. And it was really neat to be a part of that. And it wasn't a live show. So it was definitely different, being able to take a take or two if you needed it, right? And my questions, I didn't take any takes, but I'm curious, like, what they're actually going to use on the radio. Rich, hey, what's up, legend? Welcome in, brother. He says, good evening, boss, or good evening, boss man, and everyone else. Good evening, Rich. It's good to see you. I was just telling the people that I just did a radio interview yesterday, and that will premiere September 18th. That's a Thursday at 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. And then the following day, it'll air at 8 p.m. And that was an NPR show. And you can check that out. Either that or you can download the episode on azpm.org. So we'll be on 98.1 FM here in Tucson talking about people helping people. So we made it, guys. We did it. We're doing it. And that's what's really cool is, like, you guys as my community, like, I don't feel like I'm sitting anywhere alone when I'm talking about people helping people. I feel like I have your guys' support right there. And because we've talked about the show at length so many times, I don't feel nervous about being asked questions about people helping people. Now, he asked some good questions, though, that really made me think. He asked me about my audience, which was interesting. He was like, what could you, or what type of audience watches people helping people? And I'm paraphrasing, but what type of people are watching people helping people? And my answer essentially was anybody and everybody that wants to get some value, from the artists, the musicians, the business owners, and then people that are here for the community, which I thought was so cool that I got to talk about that. I got to talk about us. I got to talk about you guys. And it was just really, really inspiring because not only did he love what people helping people is and what we stand for and what we're doing, but he watched a bunch of the shows. He did his research. So it felt really good to have him sit down and know who Kayla was because she was there with me. So he knew who Kayla was, and he knew that she's, my life partner and partner in crime and beautiful girlfriend and all these things, right? He knew all of the different hats that she wears for me. And he was excited to meet her too. And he was excited to ask questions about those types of things. So it was a really cool experience. And again, if you guys want to listen to that episode, it'll be September 18th, which is a Thursday at 8:30 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. And then Friday at 8 p.m. 98.1 FM is the radio station that I'll be on. Just representing you guys, man. Feels good. But that is one of many media runs that we're doing here on People Helping People. So I'm in talks with a few other radio stations that are going to have us on and newspapers as well. And I'm just getting my reps in. I love sitting here, getting my reps in with you guys. It feels really good. But then to be asked questions about the things that we've built and talk about the community that we've built and talk about the foundations that we're pouring that are going to, those seeds that we're planting that are going to be watered over time. And just to hear yourself say these things, I think is great too. There's a bit of manifestation in all this. So my first radio appearance, my first podcast appearance, and we're almost 60 shows deep. We are really pushing. And for those that are just tuning in, welcome in. Let's see. Jeremiah in the house. What up? Welcome in, Maya. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. And I am really looking forward to the next time that we can have Tina Funk on. I'll tell you a little bit about Tina Funk from what I know. And I know it's just scratching the surface. That's why I was really excited about this conversation tonight. And I will really be looking forward to the conversation that her and I will be having in the future. But she's a principal broker and owner of Blue Jade Real Estate and Dream Vacations Kauai. So she spends 9 months of her life out in Kauai on the islands, and then 3 months of her life in a cabin on a lake in, where is it? In Washington State. So super interesting. And she's been in real estate for 30 years. So she has some wisdom. She has some nuggets. If anybody in here is looking to get into real estate, or they have a family member that is in real estate, or it seems like everybody knows somebody that's, doing the real estate thing. So when we do have that episode, it's going to be very insightful for a lot of people. And I hope you guys share it with people that, could use the information. And I will sit here. And that was another thing when I was on that radio station. He asked me basically what type of interviewer that I am. And I told him that I just try and, for one, I told him that I am no interviewer, that I'm just a guy trying to figure things out. I'm just sitting here learning live with an audience. So, but I told him my thought process and my mindset when I do have somebody sitting here with me. And this is developed over time. It's not something that I started out with. I started with just having a conversation and not really knowing how to direct it or guide it. But what it's evolved into is me putting myself in the shoes of someone that wants to or aspires to do what the person I'm having on specializes in. So if that person is a musician or an artist, or let's say that person's a musician, right? Talking about the writing process, talking about the recording process, talking about the struggles of being a musician. And there's so many different aspects of business these days, because there's the social media aspect, and then there is actual business bank accounts, the tax forms, trying to get business credit cards. I mean, there's so many different things when it comes to running a business. So I told him that I try to put myself in the shoes of somebody who is aspiring to be those things, and hopefully give them some wisdom, some knowledge, and some inspiration to make the leap. Go do it. Just do it. Gosh, I don't know if you guys feel that way sometimes. You just want to scream at somebody, just do it. Somebody who's so talented and they have so much going for them, but they just won't get off their ass. Just do it, damn it. And even if you look like a fool, I think the greatest thing about this is I come on here, I was having a hypoglycemic attack right before this show. I came on here still a little sweaty, still a little incoherent, and I know that it's okay. I know that it's okay because I've done this X amount of times, but those thoughts were so scary when I first started. What if I have a hypoglycemic attack while I'm on the show? What if I don't articulate my words perfectly and slur up and stutter? Now I don't care. It's okay. That's a part of being a human being. And I know that as I continue to do this and I continue to get those reps in, more and more shows, more and more conversations, I become more poignant. I become a better analyst of the way that I speak. I become a better analyst of the cadence. I become a better analyst of the words that I choose, or the words I should stop saying altogether. I think it's a great exercise. It is a great exercise. And these solo shows really push the envelope, in my opinion. I think sitting here and just blabbing about yourself or things that are going on in your life for X amount of time is not easy. But I also don't want the show to be reliant on guests. I want the show to stand on its own too. And eventually what I really want to do is have you guys be able to call in. Have you guys be able to call in, and maybe we have segments where we talk about something that's going on in your life and see how we can help. Like, what if we could build this out to the point where our network of people, say somebody that's in the chat right now, Rich, I'm going to use you for example. Let's say we grab Rich. He calls us and he's like, AJ, man, I'm starting this business right now. I need some help with the social media aspect of things. And while we're live on the show, I can get you connected with somebody that can help you out with those. Or I need a website guy, or I need a tax guy, or whatever it is. I would love to be able to connect those dots live on the show. Make those connections, or even give a little bit of wisdom from the knocks that I've taken over the years with business, which I've taken a lot and continue to. So I see where people helping people is going. I see the support that people helping people has, I don't want to say it's conjured, but that it's manifested, that it's, anyhow, there's a community, and I'm just so grateful. And I see what's going to happen. I know that with the consistency that we have and the guests that we have in the community that we built, people helping people is going to be something really special where we can really make an impact. And I'm just super grateful. So this one's for you guys. Do what you love. Shout out Penny and Benny. Man, the merch man. Yeah, do what you love. pennyandbenny.com if you guys need merch. Penny and Benny LLC on Instagram. Go check them out. Go hit them up. Even if you need like a one-off, or if you want a bunch of shirts, or you know somebody that might be looking for shirts for events, hit him up. He's your guy. Rich says, not to change the subject, but I've heard you mention several times iOS helping you. I don't think you're talking about an iOS operating system. What is it? What do you mean, Rich? I guess I'm confused by that question. iOS helping me. EOS is, I think that's what you're referring to. EOS? I don't know about helping me, but EOS is a place that I lived in Greece. I lived on an island spelt iOS. And I know there's like a 30-second lag time here for this answer and then a response from you, because I go live and then it takes a minute. So is that what you mean? Gosh, that's so good. Let's see. But Rich, maybe you're referring to using things like Ch.2, I wonder if that's what you're referring to. Utilizing AI to do things like captions and all the very, very monotonous, time-consuming stuff. Because I honestly don't think that I could do this show if it wasn't for AI. I wouldn't be able to do this show without the tools that we have today. Just wouldn't have time or the capacity, just the mental capacity to be able to do what we're doing today. There's no way. It would drive me up a wall. So I lean super heavy on AI. I lean on it for all of the photos and captions and everything. And I mean, I give it really good prompts as to what needs to be said. But it just does the work, man. It does the heavy lifting. Jeremiah Brophy says, love to see your progress and confidence and flow with this show. Truly inspiring to get out there and just do it. Yeah. Man, it's really crazy to look back. I looked back at, our first like 3 or 5 episodes of this, and the lighting, the me trying to talk, and me trying to talk right now is not much better. I'm not doing too hot. My stomach's all screwed up, but it is what it is. We here, we showing up, and that's what it's all about. But yeah, we've really come a long way, Jeremiah. So thank you for saying that. And when we have a guest on, I feel as though that's when I'm most confident. I feel as though having a good, substantial conversation with a guest is something that not only fills my cup, but makes me feel so inspired when they leave feeling so good about our conversation. They feel heard. So, and you know, we're only just brushing 60 episodes. So this is still the beginning. You know, we're just getting the reps in. We're just getting started. But yeah, brother, just do it. You right. Rich says, when you're talking about your type 1 diabetes, oh. Okay. Yeah. So I still don't know what you mean by the iOS helping me when I'm talking about my type 1 diabetes. I have an insulin pump. I have a CGM. Maybe that's what you're referring to, is the CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitor, which I have right on the fatty part of my back, my upper butt cheek. So I've got that. And I've also got an insulin pump, which is right here. Let's see. This is the iLet insulin pump right here. We're at 224 right now. Not great, but better than having a low. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And again, we have an auction on the 29th. I cannot wait. The auction is at 4 p.m. It's going to be another marathon stream. We have world-renowned artists, Nick Boltman, world-renowned artist, Michael Carini, Ya Boy B, Tracy Ward, Teresa Vanderveer, Kayla Coffee Studios. All of these people donated art. And all these art pieces are going to be auctioned off. Every single dollar that we make from that is going to sponsor kids to go to Camp Asda. We're winning. This feels good. I cannot wait. So don't miss it. September 29th. It's a Monday. It's going to be at 4 p.m. and it's going to go until all the pieces are gone. All the pieces of art are gone. And again, it seems like we have some more viewers in here now. So I'm going to ask you guys one more time before we go. Do you know anybody that's ran an online auction before? Because this is going to be my first time, besides eBay, obviously. But a live auction like this, I'm going to be showcasing their artwork. We're going to put it up for bid. If you guys have any ideas on how to do that, I think we're going to do comments, the highest bid via comments, and just do it live like that. We might go that route. But if anybody else knows of an alternative, let us know. Let us know, because I really want this auction to be something special, and I want it to be ran properly. So I might do just a little makeshift, fun, stupid auction before our main one, just to see if we can get it to work. Maybe buy 10 shirts from Penny and Benny and auction them off and put all that money towards the kids, sponsoring the kids for Camp Asda. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out something. But, yeah. So, anyways, September 29th, 4 p.m., marathon stream. We're having an auction. And all these guys are donating one-of-a-kind pieces that are signed. And I am just in awe. So stinking grateful. And that will be the closing of Chapter 2 of People Helping People. We've done it. We've done it. Man, is time flying. It's going by so fast. Let's see the comments here. Rizzle Music from Up Left State of Mind in the house. Welcome in, brother. I was bummed out that our shows almost were at the same time. So I couldn't stick around and watch yours. I popped in for half a minute. I hope it went well. Yeah, and tonight we totally had to throw an audible. Our guest, we just had to reschedule. So no big deal. We had to reschedule the show, and yeah, it is what it is. That's what happens sometimes. And I'm just grateful to be sitting here chatting with you guys. I haven't done a solo show in a long time, quite a few weeks. So I'm grateful for that as well. But I like sitting here and flexing that muscle, seeing if I can come up with a little some, you know. Teresa says, I am so proud of you. What a kind and wonderful thing you are doing for the children. Thank you. That we are doing for the children. Teresa Vanderveer has said she wants to donate a piece for the auction as well. So again, we wouldn't be able to raise this much money or do what we're doing without your guys' donations. So I am so stinking grateful. And then when we send these kids to Camp Asda, I want to go, let me rephrase that. When we send these kids to Camp Asda, I'm going to go to Camp Asda. I'm going to get a total inside scoop so you guys can see where your donations or your purchases of these art pieces, where that money is going. I want to get interviews with the parents, the camp counselors, the medical staff, and just get involved with all of that. Jump in head first and bring you guys something valuable, something inspiring, something that we can all just share, you know. And I just am so excited, so grateful. Let's see. Rich says, I'll find it the show. I was watching today to get caught up on the ones I missed and let you know. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Rich was talking about the iOS having to do with my diabetes. And I guess we're discussing that in a previous episode. Yeah, you'll have to do that, Rich. I appreciate you, brother. And Rizzle Music says, flexing the podcast muscle. Yeah, big time. Big time. That's what these solo shows do, man. It is a real test to see if you can hold it down. And so many amazing things are coming. For people that are just joining us, I see a bunch of people that are new to the show. We will be on 98.1 AZPM, 98.1 FM, AZPM radio. That will be September 18th, Thursday at 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. It's a pre-recorded show, so I went and sat down in their studio yesterday. And we got to talk everything people helping people. So you guys, myself, I felt as though I wasn't alone. We had a community there, sitting there, talking on the radio. It was a cool experience. So one of many. Oh, man. Dude, Rizzle Music says, Upleft State of Mind would love to donate $100 on the 29th. Come on. Bro, really? Come on. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, bro. Wow, that is incredible. Dude. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's just, and you know, Riz, I already shouted you out early in the show. I was telling people to go check you out. Go check out Upleft State of Mind. He's got an incredible podcast over there about mental health. And he's just had so many unique guests in how mental health has affected them and how they've triumphed over mental health and how they deal with those things. And I think it's really important. It's really important to put that on the forefront. So shout out to you for taking the step. I think you just finished episode 11. Taking the step, putting your best foot forward, and really just putting your money where your mouth is. You know? That's the thing. A lot of people talk about doing this stuff, but there's so much fear and so much anxiety behind it. But you put your best foot forward, man. You made it happen. You took a swing and you hit a home run. So we're here in the crowd cheering you on as you run the bases, brother. So thank you again. Go subscribe to Up Left State of Mind podcast. Show your love. Let them know People Helping People sent you over there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to a close on a fun solo episode with a quick cameo from our guest. As we discussed, she texted me as the show started because I was like, hey, I got to start the show. It's going in 5 minutes. I can't. It's a live show. I can't. You can pop in. I just didn't want you to be startled if you come in late. And yeah, she had a tough night. She had a tough night with a sick animal. So totally understandable, but we appreciate her popping in, and we really look forward to talking to her again. So let's see. Oh, another thing we can chit chat about, you guys. We're looking to possibly get a location downtown. Now, this is me just putting things into the ether. I don't want to speak too soon before anything comes to fruition, but it would be a collective, collaborative space of business owners. So if you know somebody, this essentially would be a wellness center for Tucson. We're looking for yoga instructors. We're looking for chiropractors. We're looking for massage therapists. We are looking for dance instructors, mind and body type. I mean, okay, basically anything wellness related. We are looking for those people to fill some spots in a incredible location downtown Tucson. So if you know somebody, maybe they're a personal massage therapist in the Tucson area and they're considering getting a place, or maybe they already have a location but would love to be downtown, hit me up. Hit me up. Go to my Instagram, instagram.com/People Helping People Live, and shoot me a DM and we'll chit chat about it, because we are going to build out an ecosystem there. If it all comes to fruition, we're going to build out an ecosystem of wellness. So essentially there will be boxing, there will be a smoothie shop. We would love to have chiropractor, acupuncture, cold plunge, masseuse, yoga, dance, all these things under one roof. And then also people helping people in there as well. So they would have a media outlet. They would have access to my studio to create their own podcasts. If they create their own podcast, then we can co-create things. And essentially, I would be the media hub for all these businesses. And so, yeah, we're reaching out. If you know somebody and that would tickle their fancy to have an amazing location in downtown Tucson, shoot me a DM. Let's talk about it. What else we got going on? What else? Oh, Jeremiah Brophy says, which time zone for your radio episode on the 18th? Well, we are in Pacific. Great question, by the way. Pacific Standard Time. So I will be on the radio, let's see, the 18th, which is a Thursday, 8:30 a.m. PST, and 6 p.m. on Thursday, and then Friday at 8 p.m. And if you miss all of those, no big deal. 98.1 FM. If you miss all of those, no big deal, because you can go to AZPM. That's A as in alpha, Z as in zebra, P as in Peter, M as in Mary.org. AZPM.org. You can download the show. So that's exciting. But yeah, we are traveling to Oregon. I'm really excited about that. We're going to be gone for a little while, from the 17th to the 23rd. And when I say we, I mean you guys and myself. And Kayla Coffee Studios, of course. But yeah, we're going to be up there on the 17th through the 23rd. We have a wedding to attend. It is going to be so nice. I get to see my stinking family. I miss them so much. I feel like the whole reason I'm doing this show is to create something that's undeniable, and then they all either have to come down here or we all, figure something out to do up there. But yeah, I would love to be able to bounce back and forth more often, and hopefully this show will allow me to do that. But with that being said, Friday the 19th, we're going to do a pre-recorded episode for you guys. And then Monday, I am going to set something up there in Oregon. I'm taking all my podcast equipment. So so we don't miss an episode. So we will set up somewhere in Oregon and have another incredible episode for you guys with new scenery. And it'll be fun to see what this feels like on the road. Flying with all the gear, setting it all up, tearing it all down. I mean, it's just all about learning new things, trying new things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. Rizzo Music says, yes, Oregon trip. Yeehaw. We coming to Oregon. 17th through the 23rd. And I can't wait because right after that, we pop back here. I go on another media press tour. I shouldn't even call it a media press tour, just a little media run out here in Tucson for local newspapers and radio stations. And then, and then we have our auction. So, I mean, life is beautiful, man. I don't know what's going to happen with, you know what? Let me take that back. I know exactly what's going to happen with people helping people. I just don't know how it's going to unfold yet. I don't know. I have no idea how this community and this platform and how things are going to come to be. But that's the exciting part. Like, I'm just really trying to get stoked about the journey. I'm just really trying to get amped about the moments that feel trying, about the moments that feel like triumphs, about the things that feel monotonous. Like, the climb is the best part. And the beauty of this, though, is there's no end goal. There's no, this is it. Let's get monetized. That's a goal. That's within arm's reach, right? We get monetized on YouTube. We need our 4,000 watch hours. And I'm helping that right now by doing an hour long sitting by my lonesome. But yeah, in any event, guys, I love you. I'm excited to be traveling to Oregon. I'm excited for Friday's show. Don't miss Friday because, again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if you guys are new, join us, 8 p.m. We will be here. We will be bringing you guys incredible guests and hopefully inspiring you guys to go take some chances too. So I'm eternally grateful for my community. I'm eternally grateful for the people that are here in the conversations. And I'm just so thankful that we fell into and are building people helping people. So that's it for your boy. I love you guys. Have a beautiful evening. We'll talk to you on the next one. Deuces.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.